Today we're going to talk about how to stop a bully. And be warned, beware, be on notice. This advice I'm going to give you might seem a little controversial because it's not politically correct, it's not the warm and fuzzy route, because I don't believe in that route when dealing with someone like this. What you are dealing with when you're dealing with a bully is a social terrorist. Make no mistake. A bully doesn't have low self-esteem. A bully doesn't just need a friend. A bully doesn't have this hurt within them. Or, even if they do, who cares? They don't have the right to spit that venom into your life and take you down with them. Do they? No, they don't. So what you need to understand about a bully is what they want, because you can't defeat an enemy that you don't understand. A bully wants total capitulation. Total, just lay down and take it. They don't want someone who pushes back. They don't want someone who tries to understand with them. They don't want someone who negotiates with them. Why? Because they're a terrorist and we don't negotiate with terrorists. Do we, Americans? We don't. They want someone who is going to let them run rampant in their life. Here's an example. When Hitler tried to take over the world, and he got pretty damn far, where did he start? What was the first country he invaded? Was it America? No, it wasn't. Why? Because America was going to put up a fight. He started much closer to home with someone who he knew he wasn't going to get a lot of pushback from. Austria, his home country. He took over Austria without a single shot being fired. He then moved on to Poland, who didn't really put up much more of a fight. This is what a bully wants. They don't want someone to tell them like it is. No, they want what they want. And they're targeting you because they think that's who you are. They think you are Austria and you are Poland, and you're just going to lay down and take it because you're too weak to stand up to them. You're not. And I'm going to tell you how to prove that. So it depends on what a bully is saying to you, how you tailor your approach. But first things first. These are some things that I want you to do to make the situation as best as it can possibly be. Do everything you possibly can to ameliorate this misery. Number one, let go of your victim mentality. To have a victim mentality and to let that creep into your psyche is perhaps one of the most damaging and ruinous things you can do, and it will ruin your life. And I do mean your life. We've all dealt with people who have a victim mentality, and they're the fucking worst. Maybe your mom or your grandmother or your sister or somebody who's like, oh, well, I thought we were going to have this pot roast tonight, but no, go ahead. No, go ahead with your friends. No, it's okay. No, I don't care. I don't care. Just go ahead. Go ahead, guys. And you're like, these people are also holding others hostage in society. They are social terrorists in a way. Don't become that. It's annoying. Also, if you have a victim mentality, what it is you're telling yourself over and over again is nothing's going to work out. I don't deserve good things. Of course this went wrong. Of course it does. Nothing will ever get better. My life is horrible. Cowboy the fuck up. All right? Just because something's happening to you doesn't mean it defines you. Just because Hitler thought Austria and Poland were weak doesn't mean it was full of weaklings, does it? No, of course not. So that, you have to let go of that. Because it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you think bad things are going to happen to you, that's exactly what you're going to manifest in your own life, mark my words. And you're just going to make the bullying worse. Also, if you're being cyberbullied, get off the cyber. If someone's harassing you on Facebook, delete your Facebook. If they're sending you threatening text messages, change your number. Block them on Instagram. Send their emails to spam. Again, don't be a victim. Take every possible step that you can to get rid of this situation. Because why not? Why don't you want to delete your Facebook? Oh, to connect? No. This is a time of war. And in war, drastic measures must be taken. Make no mistake, you are at war with this person. Please don't mean that, you should go out and get a bunch of AR-15s. That's just some childish bullshit. Don't do that. So, now that you have done everything you can to make the situation better, and maybe it's still not getting better, I want you to tell people. I want you to tell your teachers. I want you to just let it be known to the police if it's that bad. Tell your parents. Not so much because you're tattling, because you expect them to do something about it, because let me tell you, kids, life doesn't work that way. When you grow up and you encounter a bully, and believe me, young bullies become old bullies. There's one in my office, and he's a fucking monster. He is a Hitler of our office, always trying to take over, always trying to badger people into his way or the highway. And to whom do you appeal? Am I going to call the police because he's a dick in my office? No, you have to learn to handle it yourself. You have to develop these skills now, or you're going to feel like a victim your entire life. So I want you to tell people, because I want you to start leaving a paper trail. So just in case push comes to shove, I mean literal pushing and shoving, like by the bike racks after school, people are going to look and be like, okay, well, he pushed back because this dude's been coming after him for 4 fucking months. Paper trail. Again, you want to do everything you can to ameliorate the situation. Hear me on that. So say none of this works. Ignoring a bully doesn't work because they don't take that as, I don't even care about you. They take that as you're being Austria and you're just laying down like a bitch and taking it. They're going to keep running roughshod over you for as long as you let them. Bullies respond to strength. Why? Because it annoys them. And they are going to always opt for the path of least resistance. So if you give them a hard time, if they know that if they come after you, they're going to get a sassy word, they're going to get a fight, they're going to get a fiasco, they're going to get a public humiliation, they're going to stop coming after you, and they're going to move on to the next person. God help whoever that is, point them to this video. So how do you rattle their cage like that? Well, like with any enemy, you have to find their weak spot, and you have to press. What I'm about to tell you is not going to be pretty, it's not going to be politically correct, it's not something you should do at dinner parties if somebody won't pass the salt, but it's going to get this terrorist to stop terrorizing you. So if a bully calls you gay, calls you a faggot, calls you a dyke, lesbian, this is what you do. Gee, Kyle, you're awful fucking concerned what I do with my dick, and I really can't think of anything gayer than a guy who cares what I do with my dick. So who's the gay one here, huh? Are you the faggot? I don't know, because it sounds like it's you, because hey everybody, this guy can't get enough of my dick because it's all he fucking talks about. You get loud. You let it be known. You bring it right back to him. If you have to practice doing this in the mirror, you do it. If you have to practice doing it to the family dog so you can get through it without crying, you do it. Because you need to bring the heat to this bully. Again, they need to know that if they mess with you, it's not going to be an easy victory. Same girls, like, oh, you care what I do with my vagina? Keep saying it. If they keep calling you a faggot, be like, there's Kyle again, obsessed with my dick. Do you have a drawing of it? Yeah, do you doodle like Kevin's dick in your notebook over and over again? Because I don't know, you fucking talk about it all the time, so all I ever hear you say, my dick, my dick, my dick. It's like out of your mouth like an ancient chant. Why don't you get a fucking life? I like girls. Sorry, I'm taken. And they're going to be like, they're going to associate you with a fight. Say someone's calling you fat. This is the worst. You want to look at their life and think, what can I make fun of in their life? Because again, don't give in to them. They want victory. There's a difference between people who want peace and victory, but that's a separate story. Say they've got, okay, here's some terrible things you can say. They call you fat. You're like, well, at least my mom's not an illegal immigrant. At least if I call ICE, they're not going to send my family back to whatever fucking country I came here from. Horrible things, right? Yeah, like horrible things. But this is war. And war is hell. So I want you to really look at that bully's life and see what dirt you can come up with for them. And squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe their family's poor. Maybe they're fat. Maybe they've got back knee. Maybe they've sent nudes to the wrong person. Whatever it is, you find it and you exploit it. Not forever. I mean, you're not going to turn into the bully here and then start terrorizing them and terrorizing other people. You're clearly doing this to get them to stop. Because like I said, there's people who want peace and who want victory. You want peace, they want victory. Are you going to be the Hitler or are you going to be the U.S.? Choice is up to you.